Side of the Lindsay Arena where the Junior A Lindsay Muskies play. This is the second game of the mini-series between the Novice AAA Toros and the Central Ontario Wolves. The Toros won the first game 8-1 in convincing fashion, trying to move it up through center. That one gets picked off right there at center ice with that pass over there for man, gets knocked down by the Toros in their own end as Lee moves it up through center. That's one pass Pickle, and Lee picks it off there at the blue line. Got pressured on there by Ford as he's going to bring it into the zone. That looks like it might have been offside, but it still stays in there. Quick shot, and the first stop of the day there for Shaw. Rebound at the front of the net though, poked in by number 91, and it's 1-0 early in favor of Central Ontario. Shaw made a great first save, but the rebound went right in front of the net to get poked in, and it's 1-0. Have to try and come back after that first goal. Coming up through center, Carter Roebuck into the zone, trying to shoot that. That one off the defenseman, went in behind the net. Not sure on that number, that's a practice. He threw it and they score! Hardog on the rebound. He wrapped it around and put it down Barber into the Central Ontario net. And just like that, he is tied at one. Hardog on the wraparound, beat Barber as he tried to go from post to post, but just didn't have enough time to get there, and our dog beat him. It's 1-1. Knocked down there by Schlitt as he moves it over to the other side. Coming up through center is Roy back with a late pass. Up there for our dog. He tries to pass over to the other side for Beaveridge, is going to get it. Jake Beaveridge puts it into the zone and gets knocked down by Thibodeau, but our dog gets the rebound. Our dog goes for number 2 and he scores! Back-to-back goals for Team Our Dog as they pull back to the line. Our dog took the puck away from Thibodeau, and then he made no mistake against Barber to make it 2-1. Toros coming back in there again. Pithy looking for a shot. That one's going to roll on wide of the net. In behind the goal, try to set it at the front. It's going back to the line for Moore as he tries to keep it into the blue line. But Central Ontario are going to keep it right there at their bench. Hendricks is digging in there along with number 91 who's got the only goal. He scored a couple minutes in, or a couple of seconds in for Central Ontario, but since then it was 2 goals for our dog to give the Toros the lead. Knocked down by Thibodeau at center. He's going to try and put it in the zone. He couldn't get it past his man as he moves it up through center. Here come the Toros into the zone. Knocked down there. Here comes Brody Pithy with the puck. Trying to come up into the center, and he couldn't get around that last line of defense. Moore tries to pick it up and couldn't. McCaslin tried to sweep it out of the zone. It's going to get kept into the blue line by Volane, who puts it in behind the net. Volane tried to find Ford in behind the goal. Couldn't do that with a late pass. Torres trying to get out. Right there at center, they try and get in there. Adam Baker tried to poke it through center and couldn't do it. Here they come now. Baker again. Baker with the loose puck sweeps it in behind the goal as the Toros go off on their line change. Pithy's going to be the first one on the loose puck in behind the goal. Keeps it right there at the central bench. It's a dig for the puck as Beaveridge tried to pick it up. Couldn't do that as Ethan Jackman comes into the zone now. Ethan Jackman, who scored 2 goals in the exhibition win. Now Beaveridge comes in there looking for a shot. That one's going to hit the left pad there of Barber. Get kept in at the blue line. Toros still putting pressure on. Jackman tries for a backhand. That one's going to hit the Central Ontario defenseman out in front. Toros putting pressure on, trying to increase their lead. And that was a nice defensive play there by Hudson Bishop to keep that puck in at the blue line and keep the pressure on. Set it at the front. That one just missed right there in the crease area as the Toros still digging away. Lee was right there at the blue line, but Central Ontario bring it up through center with Hendricks. Hendricks got tripped up there by Pickle, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game. It's going to go to tripping for Landon Pickle. Central Ontario gets the power play on the penalty to Pickle and a chance to tie things up, but Beveridge backhands it up through center. Knocked down there at the line and swept right back in behind the goal. Moving it over there for Riley Brandt, trying to get it out. Brandt got pressured on there by the Central Ontario player. Here comes a short-handed chance for Ethan Jackman into the zone. Couldn't make his way to the net, so he went in behind the goal instead. Kills off some more time from the penalty. Gets to the face-off circle. Jackman using his defensive partner back to the line for Schlick. Schlick goes over to the other side with a shot from Brandt. Hits something at the front. And that just may have went off the blocker there of Barber in behind the goal. Brandt got all he wanted to on the shot, just didn't make it through. Might get another opportunity right here as he flutters that one in. Didn't make it through. Beveridge tries for a shot, and that one goes in behind the goal. It's a Central Ontario power play, but it's the Toros that are putting on the pressure. Now coming up through center, the Central Ontario player with the practice jersey, so I don't have that number or name. Backhand, kept in at the line. There for Thibodeau. Thibodeau puts it in behind the goal, knocked down there by Brandt. He can't get it past his man, goes in behind the goal for Schlitt. Brady Schlitt lost his footing in behind the goal, got some help there with Brandt trying to get it out. Thibodeau's trying to dig on it, and the Toros get the loose puck. And that's going to get swept all the way down the ice and kill some more time on Pickle's penalty. It goes in behind the goal. We don't have the penalty time up on the clock, so we don't know when then the Pickle will get out. Carter Roback goes for a shot. That's going to go backhanded behind the goal. 4:25 left to go here in period number 1 of a 2-1 game for the Toros. Central Ontario struck first, but our dog came back with 2. Now he shoots another one, goes wide. Roback tries for a rebound. Roback sends it out of front. There's a quick shot from our dog. They hit the defenseman out of front. It's going to go into the corner there. Going back to the line. Kept in there by our dog. Penalty to Pickle, I believe, is now over. The Toros are back to full strength. Our dog looking for the hat trick here in the first period. Scores! That one off the defenseman out of front. A bad break there for Central Ontario. And it's a hat trick for our dog. He threw it at the net. He did things happen. It went off the defenseman and into the open goal. It's 3-1 Toros. He'll take the draw. Wins that. Moves it up there for Jackman as he tries to sweep it into the zone. Knocked down there by the defenseman. There's McCaslin picking it off, but the Toros were in offside. Face-off gets won by the Toros. When we get over to the other side, here comes the opportunity here for Adam Baker with a pass. Nice pass right on the tape of 50 with a shot. Stopped there by Barber, but there's a rebound out of front, trying to get swept in. Off the side of the net, Pithy tries to put in the rebound and couldn't do it. Central Ontario starting up through center into the zone. But he's not going to get around Lee with a nice defensive play to knock it away from him. Now he just takes it back in his own zone. No one Lee with a lead pass. That tried to find Baker and couldn't do it. Pithy tries to come up with it now. Brody Pithy coming into the zone, going in behind the net. Trying to walk it out of front, get away from the defenseman. He's got Asher Mitchell sitting right there. Mitchell, side of the net. There's a quick shot from Baker that's going to go wide. Pithy's going to go into the corner to retrieve the loose puck. He falls down. It goes in behind the goal. Central Ontario take it in behind their own net. But they got some pressure there as Baker tried to take it away. 2:30 left to go here in period number 1 of a 3-1 Toros lead. All 3 goals for the Toros belongs to our dog. But here comes Ford trying to change it with a shot, and he fanned on it. The other Ford tries to shoot it. That one didn't make it through, so Baker's going to lead it out with a lead pass. Tried to find Jackman. And said he puts it down the ice. That may go for our first icing call of the game. Off to the right of Shaw. Gets won by Ethan Jackman. A nice defensive draw win. And now Riley Brink gets the opportunity to clear it out. Gets it past Boulain, but he couldn't get it past the blue line though. Nice defensive play by the defenseman. As Central Ontario trying to keep it in the zone. Jackman trying to work over the man, throwing it in front, and it's an easy stop there for Shaw as he makes a stop and holds on to it for a face-off. Another defensive draw. Boulain off the draw, got a backhand away, but didn't fool Shaw as he was quick to make the stop and hold on to it for another draw. Off to the left of him, it'll be the Toros winning that one as well. Brandt trying to pick it up over there at the face-off circle. Riley Brandt got pressured on. Central Ontario try and get it in there. Boulain throws it at the net. Knocked down by Schlitt as it goes in behind the goal. And now Schlitt has it in behind the net. We're approaching the last minute of play of period number 1. Boulain's in there digging on the loose puck, trying to get it away from Jackman. Couple whacks away at it. Beveridge couldn't get it out. That one's going to roll in easily again for Shaw and take no chances. He covers it in the crease for another face-off. Face-off coming up to the left of McCaslin's going to take the one draw. McCaslin fires it all the way down the ice. And now number 77 for Central Ontario has got to win that race. And he might not do it against Thatcher Mitchell as it goes in behind the goal. Setting up our dog. From the face-off circle, our dog with a backhand. He tried to find Rohrbeck, and it was in his skates. So now Central Ontario come away with the loose puck. Coming up through center is Hendricks. Hendricks lost it off his stick. He has to go in behind his own net. Hendricks is getting pressured on there by McCaslin, and it gets turned over there. Going back to the line as Ford tried to find Fesky, and that pass missed him. And that's going to be a breakaway for our dog. 1-on-1 against Barber. He had him beat, and it just slid off his stick. Our dog had goal number 4 on his mind there, just rolled off his stick before he could have the finishing touch at the front of the net. There's a quick shot from Mitchell. He's going to get it in the corner, set it up in front. 7 seconds left to go here in period number 1 with the puck in the central zone. It gets picked up through center and dumped down. That'll do it for period number 1. The Toros take a 3-1 lead to period number 2. Gets one there by Pithy to start period number 2 as Bishop moves it up there for Beveridge. Beveridge tries to chip it past Cliff, and here come the Toros into the zone with Pithy. Pithy reaches the blue line, gets around the check, trying to throw it in on goal. It's not going to make it to the net. Nice defensive play there by Beveridge. Gets it back to the line for Bishop. Bishop fires it back down low for Beveridge. A nice pass out of front. Tipped out of front there by Pithy, and he just redirected it wide. He had a perfect opportunity. Next pass by Bishop. Over to the other side for Lee. And Nolan Lee's shot hit the defenseman out of front. Toros pressure on to start period number 2. Opportunity here for Baker and Pithy. Baker just hopped over his step. Adam Baker's got to go and retrieve it over there in the corner and get it back to the line. Lee couldn't get that one in, so Hudson Bishop has to take it at center. Bishop got pressured on, so he moves it over to the other side and dumps it into the zone. Into the corner there for Baker as he tries to get it, along with Pithy against Cliff to try and get the loose puck. Central Ontario come away with the loose puck and come up through center as Baker is putting pressure all over Boulain, as Boulain couldn't shoot it. And that was an opportunity there for Ford to go in on goal, but it got poked off his stick. And now coming back up the other way for the Toros, reaching the blue line, stay on side with a nice pass over there for Pithy, and his shot hit the side of the net. Cody Pithy's got to go into the corner now. Has a collision, goes back to the line over to the other side. Quick shot there from Beveridge, goes wide. So it's an opportunity here for number 55 to move it up through center into the zone. Now Bishop trying to get it past Hendricks there, and Hendricks keeps it in the Toros end. Nice moves there by Jackman. Ethan Jackman now reaches the zone, takes a shot, and scores! Ethan Jackman goes top shelf. We've seen that before. He did that exactly in the first game as well. And that'll add to the lead to 4-1. So Ethan Jackman is showing that if he has some room to shoot that shot, he can hit the top shelf just as good as anybody, as that's the second time He's pulled that one off this season already, and it's only exhibition play. Turned over at center to Fumerton. Fumerton's coming into the zone. He's going to shoot that, and it doesn't make it through. Here comes the opportunity. Coming up there center with Asher Mitchell, but he turns it over right there at center to Hendricks. Comes the opportunity now for Mitchell. Tried to sweep it over to the other side. Landon Pickle comes into the zone. Pickle trying to get around the check. Pokes it in behind the goal for Jackman. The line of Pickle, Jackman, and Mitchell should be a pretty good force here for the AAA Novice Toros. Quick shot. That one's going wide. There's a rebound in the front, and it just was out of the reach there of Pickle as he couldn't take the care of him off the board that was in his feet, as that one just rolls right in on goal for Barber to make the stop and hold on for a face-off. So it'll be an offensive draw to the left of Barber, won by the Toros. Rohrbeck sweeps it in behind the goal where Oak picks it up there for Central Ontario. Trying to fire it around. Captain at the line. Tried to keep it in there, but McCaslin just couldn't hold the line. So the Toros have to take it from center. Picked off. Thibodeau tries to pick up the loose puck. Thibodeau comes into the zone. It looked like Bo Lane might have been offside there, but referee let it go. Trying to get around the check and come up through center. Pokes it in there. And now Oak's got to go back there to retrieve it. Takes the pass in behind his own net and got taken away there. Rohrbeck trying to set it up in behind the goal. Rohrbeck got pressured on by two Central players, so he throws it at the net. Stopped there by our dog who got that shot away. Just squeaked through the pads of Barber, but it stayed out of the net as it stayed right there in the crease area. Kept in there by Nolan Moore. Moore trying to get the shot away. That one got blocked with a nice defensive play there by Cliff to get his stick on it. Going back to the line. Toros moving it around well, getting it over there for Moore. Nolan Moore back down low there for Beveridge. Jake Beveridge shot. Left pass stop. Rebound out of front for our dog. And he just couldn't poke it in. He had it poked in behind Barber, but it didn't have the muscle to make it in behind into the net. Backhand up third center for Thibodeau. Is going to come up. Knocked down by the Toros and fired back in. I believe that says that's Hunter in behind the net, number 77. He leads it up through center. Hover, sorry. Just looked at that. That was Hover that put it down the ice for icing. Now Pithy will take the draw off to the right of Barber after the icing call. Here comes Hendricks up through center, going up there with Ford. Hendricks trying to split the D, but a nice defensive play there by Nolan Lee. Quick shot. And it's stopped there by Shaw as the Central Ontario player went screaming into the net and off the post and dislodged the net. So we'll get a face-off coming off in the Toros end. Another face-off off to the left of the Toros goal. There's a high shot that went into the corner, and it was a high stick, so we'll get another face-off. And that draw gets won by Pithy. Goes in behind the net. Firing it around. Trying to pick it up there with Bradley Brent, trying to get it out of the zone. With a backhand, they move it up through center for Mitchell with a pass. Caught down there. Nice play by number 97, but he brought it in offside. Face-off from center, coming up with Pithy trying to get it in there. It gets knocked down there by Oak. And now the Toros pick it up with Brandt, sweeping it in. Knocked down there by Fescuz. It's going to roll in behind the net. In behind the goal. Toros trying to set it up with Mitchell. Throws it out of front. That hit Barber. But the Toros couldn't bounce on the rebound. Coming up through center is Ford with a lead pass over to the other side. Come the Toros into the zone with Pithy. Pithy coming up there with Mitchell. Nice pass over there for Asher Mitchell with a shot. And a blocker stop there from Barber as he stopped them point blank, but the Toros still have a 4-1 lead. Face-off coming off to the right of the goal. Schlett's going to move it over to the other side for Pickle. He's going to pick it up and take his shot. That's going to go in behind the net. Lane tries to clear it out. That's going to get kept in there by the Toros. Moving back to the other side for Schlett as he tried to keep it in the best he could, but off to the races goes number 16. That was Ford, and he got met there by Pickle with a big hit, and Ford has yet to make his way back to his feet, so we're going to get an injury timeout. Coming off to the left of the Toros goal, Thibodeau against Jackman as they get lined up. Ethan Jackman with a big defensive draw win, goes in behind the net. Where McCaslin picks it up, going for a late pass. Trying to get it now is Jackman. He couldn't poke it past the defender. So right now the goal scorers are Lane, number 91 for Central Ontario, open the scoring. But then our dog answered with 3 before the end of the first period. And then we have 1 tally here in the second, belonging to Ethan Jackman, which has the Toros at a 4-1 lead. Trying to keep that one in at the blue line was Hover, and he couldn't do it. Tries for another shot, and he got hovered on there by the Toros. Beaver trying to move it out. Backhand gets knocked down there, trying to find that loose puck. The Toros going to get it back in their own line. McCaslin gets it in behind the goal. Moves it over there for Beaveridge in the corner, as it's going to get picked up there in behind the net. Trying to walk out of front. Thibodeau's on his own in that shot. Went off the side of the goal. A one-timer there from number 2, Thibodeau, went off the side of the net, as that one's going to get rolled in behind the goal. Toros pick up the loose puck and come up through center with Ethan Jackman. Trying to start the breakout on a 3-on-2, but he loses it there. Fumerton tries to block it. Here comes the opportunity here for Pickle to shoot it, and couldn't. Kept in there by Rohrbeck at the blue line, but his shot hit Fumerton out of front, so Fumerton has the loose puck. And Fumerton just dumps it at center. Going to get picked up there by Hudson Bishop over there at the penalty box. Going to move it over there with a nice pass for our dog. Toros stay on side. Our dog with a backhand pass is going to go into the corner, and Lee is going to pick that one up. Nolan Lee. Throw that in the net. Stopped there by Barber. It went off his stick and deflected at the side of the net, but he was able to find it and pounce on it for a face-off. Toros win that draw. Nice draw win there by our dog in the offensive zone. This one he's going to chip in behind the net. Defenseman gets pressured on there by Asher Mitchell with a lead pass. Bishop tries to keep it in. And a nice defensive play there by Hudson Bishop to keep that puck in. He pinched and he was able to keep it in before the Central Ontario player got it out. But now Oak takes a loose puck. Moves it over there for Hendricks, trying to chip it out. Our dog's going to pick up the loose puck, throw it at the net. It's going to go nowhere near the net. It's going to go into the corner there for Mitchell. Asher Mitchell gets pressured on as he tries to find that loose puck. A big battle in there. Lane is in there for Central Ontario too. And he gets it up there for Hendricks as he tries to step around Hudson Bishop, but that didn't work. Here comes Hendricks again, trying to get in there. This one he's going to try and find Lane, but Toros get the loose puck in their own end. Lead pass for Rohrbeck got broken up. Here they come, 3-on-2 up the other way. Keaton O'Dog leading the rush with some nice moves, trying to shoot it, but he got hauled down. No penalty on the call before he could shoot that puck. Knocked down at center by Bishop, who's going to fire it right back in and kill some more time on this second period that has 5:30 left to go. Lead pass. Got it up there for Hendricks as he tries to take that pass. Roll past him, and the Toros are going to get the loose puck with Schlitt. But Hendricks is going to find the loose puck in the corner and try and beat more to it. Not going to happen. Big collision here. The Toros come up through center. Pitty with a nice pass. Adam Baker's on his own trying to shoot it. That one's going off the side of the net. Baker's going to find the loose puck in behind the goal and try and dig it free. Getting double teamed in the corner there by Central Ontario. Wrap around out of front. Barber didn't know where the puck was, but it didn't make it in on net anyways. Pitty trying to go back to the line. Went off Hendricks with a backhand. Hover tried for another pass. The battle over there in the corner. It's going to come free there for Central Ontario as Volane tries to clear it out. Pitty got shaken up a little bit, makes his way back to his skates. Baker takes it back in behind the net. Baker getting double teamed on him behind the goal. Pitty's trying to help him out, and he does so by taking his man down, and now he picks up the loose puck. Pretty Pitty with a backhand, and just got enough of it with the right pad with Barber to keep it out. There's now The goaltenders have been changed. Horsley is in net now for Central Ontario, and Parcero is in net now for the Toros. Coming up through center. Here comes the opportunity here for Jackman trying to shoot that puck and couldn't do it. Here comes the Toros up through center. Or Central Ontario, sorry, coming up through center. Trying to backhand it into the zone. Nolan Moore tried to get it out, couldn't get it past Thibodeau, but the Toros get the loose puck. With a lead pass for Jackman, trying to get to the loose puck now. Trying to use his wheels and tried to beat Cliff to the loose puck. Goes in behind the net. Asher Mitchell on the loose puck. Going it back to the line within the play over there from Moore. Moore's shot didn't make it through. It hit Thibodeau right in front. Thibodeau put his body on the line to block that shot from Moore. And now Thibodeau is rushing after that loose puck. Tried to get around Huber, and Huber was able to keep it in at the blue line. Huber got taken down there at his own bench. Here comes Mitchell trying to get around his man. That's going to be offside as Nolan Moore brought it in, or sorry, Pickle brought it in offside. Got one by Cliff as they move it up through center, going for Hendricks, trying to backhand it into the zone. That's going to get knocked down there by Oak as he comes into the zone now. Oak with a lead pass for Hendricks, goes out of his reach as it's going to be picked up now as it's over there at the penalty box area. Beveridge tries to put it into the zone and couldn't do it. Now Beveridge picks it up. Beveridge with some nice moves, shows some hands to get to the front of the net, but his shot just didn't make it through. It's going to be an opportunity here to clear it around the boat. Knocked down by our dog. Our dog couldn't shoot it. Tapped in at the line. Nice play by Bishop to keep it in there, but his shot hit the right skate there of Cliff before it hit the net. It goes around to the other side for Nolan Lee to keep it in. Lee tried to shoot it from the faceoff. Couldn't do it. Another quick shot there from Beveridge goes wide of the net. Got to find it over there in the corner. Beveridge might have another opportunity to fire it. That one gets knocked down there by Rohrbeck though, as he tried to tip it, and now Rohrbeck was sliding into the boards right here in front of us, going back to the line. Hendricks with a nice play to tip it past Bishop. He's got to beat Lee as well, but Nolan Lee is going to find the loose puck in behind the net. Lee fires it around. He's going to be trying to find that loose puck there. We have 2:40 left to go here in period number 2 of a 4-1 Toros lead. Hendricks digging it out in the corner. I believe this might be the final exhibition game for the Toros before they have start off their year in Ottawa for a tournament. Here comes our dog on his own. Nice move around Horsley and scores. Our dog got the fourth of the game. And he makes a nice move around Horsley to the backhand. And the finishing touch makes it 5-1. Pithy wins the draw. Got it back there for Schlitt as he moves it over. Mitchell trying to move it up through center. Here comes Pithy trying to get around Fumerton, and that didn't work. So it's stuck right there at center. And they come away with the loose puck with Central Ontario coming up to the blue line. Here comes Fox. He finds his way down to the... Sorry, that was Ford that found its way down to the ice as Schlitt took him down. Here comes Ford again. Lost his footing before he could get to the puck. Schlitt moves it over to the other side there for Pithy as he's going to pick it up from the central bench with a lead pass. Got broken up there by Central Ontario right there at center ice as they come into the zone. Nice play there by Ford trying to backhand it in. Parcero still has yet to face a shot, I believe, since he's come in here in the second period. Pithy moves it out, rolls over Fumerton. Now they're going to come up through center, picked away there by the Toros. Schlitt with a lead pass out of the reach of Mitchell as it rolls in behind the net. In behind the goal is Ford's going to roll it around there. Tried to find Fensky and that didn't work. Quick shot, stopped there by Horsley. There's a rebound out of front and Pithy tried to get to it, but Horsley was able to hop on it for a face-off. One more draw here to end period number 2. We have 5.5 seconds left to go on the clock. And the face-off will include Jackman picking against Cliff. Jackman won the offensive draw. Tried to shoot at the net. That one's going to roll right into the crease for Horsley to make the stop. 2 more goals in the second period for the Toros has increased their lead to 5-1 as we go to period number 3. Period number 3, Jackman will take the draw against Cliff the same way we ended period number 2. Toros get the loose puck. Coming into the zone, trying to get around Hubbard. Sets it out in front. That shot, I don't know, one time, goes wide of the net. Goes in behind the goal, Landon Pickle picks it up. Pickle tried to throw it at the net. It hit a Central Ontario player. Tried to get captain at the line, and they will. Beveridge will find the loose puck in behind the goal as we've just started period number 3, 5-1 in favor of the Toros. There's a quick shot from the slot area that didn't make it through. Moore's going to try and keep that one in. Moore goes over to the other side. Quick shot that didn't make it through as McCaslin tried to shoot it. And it might have been a high stick at in front, so we'll get another face-off. Our dog will take the draw right inside the Central Ontario blue line. Getting it over to the other side for Rohrbeck, trying to sweep it into the zone. It gets knocked down by the defenseman. Toros tried to pick that pass off as Mitchell was in there. There's a lead pass up through center. Coming into the zone was Ford, but he lost his footing. Just sweeps it in behind the goal where Nolan Lee picks it up. Lee goes for a lead pass. Couldn't get it past Bo Lane there at the blue line, so it just stays in there. Nice play there to sweep it away. Taken away by Rohrbeck right here in front of us. This is a loose puck that Lee couldn't control, and now Bishop takes it back in his own end. Hudson Bishop gets pressured on. Still has the puck going behind the net. Had to try and make a play in behind his own goal. Lead pass gets knocked down there. Over at the other side as Bo Lane's in there trying to dig on it. Toros get the loose puck. They come out and over the blue line with Nolan Lee. Lee leading the rush. Tried to shoot the puck and fanned on it and didn't get the shot through. Our dog keeps it in at the line, sweeps it in behind the net. Here comes the opportunity here in behind the goal. He moves it over to the other side. That's going to get kept in there by the Toros. Trying to shoot it there from the face-off dot. Didn't make it through, so our dog had to play defense and try and keep it in, but it did make its way out past the blue line just by a slight margin. Our dog's going to try and chip it right back in there over there at the Central Ontario bench. The way things are looking right now, the Toros are going to be 2-0 to start their exhibition play. And they've definitely found a way to find the back of the net in the first 2 exhibition games with an 8-1 victory in period in the first game, and they lead this one 5-1. So far this year they've got 13 goals in 2 games. Trying to move it over to the other side, but that shot didn't make it through. Captain at the blue line. Quick shot, just missed the net as Riley Brent was trying to hit that target for the top shelf, and he just fired it over the blocker of Horsley and it went wide. Schlitt trying to keep that puck in. Bolane trying to dig on it as well to get it out of the zone. Brody Pithy trying to spin away from the check on his own. Baker tries for back end, and it makes it through, in through the legs of Horsley, and that endangers Horsley and makes it 6-1 in favor of the Toros. Another face-off at center. With a 6-1 lead, gets one there by Pithy, rolls in behind the net. Gonna dig it in behind the goal, get pressured on there as he fires it over to the other side. That's gonna get kept in at the line from Fensky as he tries to shoot it. Gets knocked down there by Brand as he's gonna try and fire it out. But a nice play by Fumerton to keep that puck in. Gets it over there for Hendricks trying to shoot it. Gets poked off his stick. Cliff is in there looking for a shot. Hendricks is getting the rebound. There's the first shot. And that might be the first save of the day there for Parcero as he was up against the test to make the stop there off Hendricks at the side of the goal. Coming off to the right now of Parcero. Nice quick one time there, but it goes wide. Lamore loses it. Thibodeau trying to shoot it. Couldn't do so. Rolls into the corner. There was a collision there with Landon Pickle and number 9 Ford. Goes over to the other side there for Pithy, trying to get it out. Pithy goes for a lead pass. That's going to roll all the way down. It might have enough for racing call, but it got waved off. Stays in behind the net. Finding it there is Ford. He's going to turn it over there to Pickle as he tries to put it in there. Nice play there by Asher Mitchell. Tried to shoot it, but he couldn't pull the trigger before it got poked off his stick. So it's got to stay right there at center. Toros move it over to the other side, where the lead pass gets broken up. Here comes Ethan Jackman into the zone. Jackman trying for a backhand. Moves it over to the other side with a nice pass for Mitchell. Just couldn't shoot it. Jackman put that right under the tape of Mitchell, but he just couldn't find the forehand to fire that one away. Coming up into the zone now. Trying to shoot it, but couldn't as he got defended on. And the Toros took it in behind their own net with Landon Pickle. Pickle couldn't get it by Thibodeau as it rolls right over there into the side. Trying to scoop it out. Knocked down there by the Toros. Moore with a lead pass. Tried to find Beveridge as he picks it up. Beveridge with some nice moves trying to get away. It got poked away from him. We're under 10 minutes now to go in the game. Fenske's on his own trying to shoot it and couldn't. It's a big scramble right there in front of the net. And nobody could find it. That one gets thrown at the goal. Might have hit the side of the net. Here comes the opportunity here for Beveridge trying to go off to the races. Beveridge with a shot. That hit the post. Rebound out in front there for our dog. He gets the backhand away, but it didn't make it through to the net. Over to the other side there for our dog as he tried to put it in. Our dog along with Lee, both of them weren't able to put it into the zone. Nice play by Beveridge to hold the blue line. This one he's just going to sweep in on goal for Horsley to make the stop. So we'll get another draw off to the left of Horsley. Back to the line there for Bishop, who shoots it. Right pad stop there from Horsley as they stop that shot from the line from Bishop. Goes into the corner as he tries to dig it out. The player with the practice jersey on comes up through center. Tried to get away from the check, and he couldn't as Baker was able to poke it into the zone. He's the only one that scored here in the third period, which increased the lead to 6-1. Mitchell's going to pick it up there in the corner. Asher Mitchell tried to set it out of front for Baker, but it was out of his reach. He's going to get knocked down there by Lee at center as he moves it over to the other side. As that one almost got tipped away. Poked in there. Lee's got to go back in behind his own net. Nolan Lee's going to pick it right up there at the red line and behind the goal. Try and move it out of the end. Toros end. There's Lee again. Lee with a pass that got broken up there. Here comes Bishop coming up through center. Bishop trying to start something all on his own. He started it from center and now he gets it in behind the net. Sends it up in front. That was a perfect pass out in front of the net. And Baker couldn't pull the trigger as it was in his feet. As he tries to get to the loose puck now, gets tripped in behind the net. Fired around the boards as he gets kept in there by Schlitt as he tries to throw it at the goal. That didn't make it through. Another backhand that gets knocked down by Central Ontario. Player in the practice jersey moves it up through center. Tried to find Hendricks. Hendricks is going to try and show his speed. But Baker's going to corner him off. But he still throws it at the net. And Parcero was aware as he stopped it with his stick. And steered it aside there for Pithy to lead it out. Brody Pithy comes up there in the zone with some nice moves. It's going to be him against Horsley with a shot. And it's Horsley who stood his ground, but there's a rebound out of front that's going to get pushed in. And I believe we're going to get that number right in front. I believe that was Frederick swept up into the net. Followed up on the rebound to make it 7-1 in favor of the Toros. Either Schlitt or Mitchell that poked that puck in front of the net as they cashed in on that opportunity from Pitty that got stopped by Horsley. But he left the rebound there to get gobbled up, and the Toros took full advantage of it. Again, lead this one 7-1 as Schlitt's going to take it in behind his own net. Approaching 6 minutes left to go here in the game. Jackman trying to find him behind the net. Tried to get her pass over there for Beveridge. Ethan Jackman steers it out. It's going to get kept in at the line. Here comes the opportunity to lead it up through center. Over there for Pickle with a nice play, and then also a nice play by Jackman to drag his skate at the line and stay onside. Backhand. Ethan Jackman backhand scores at the side of the net. His second of the game, and he got his backhand away. Make it 8-1 in favor of the Toros. So it's another 2-goal game for Ethan Jackman. He's now got 4 in the exhibition play here. Knocked down there at center by Hendricks. Hendricks coming into the zone. It's going to be offside as Bonaine was just a step ahead of him, and there's the call for the offside. Stop gets won by the Toros. Trying to cut it out and cut it. Here comes the opportunity for Hendricks on the backhand, and he scores. Hendricks has cut into the lead to make it 8-2 with a nice little backhand, beating Parcero to the right pad to make it 8-2. Face off one by the Toros, backhanded in. Knocked down by Oak in his own end. Oak is going to get pressured on by Rohrbeck as they try and find that loose puck. Our dog couldn't shoot it. Now, Central Ontario pop on that loose puck. Come up through center, in over the penalty box area. Comes forward trying to shoot it with a shot. And a nice stop there from Bishop as he stopped it before it hit Parcero in the net. It'll go down as a block shot for him. Rohrbeck trying to clear it out. Knocked down by number 55, who sweeps it back in. Now Bishop trying for a lead pass. It's going to get knocked down over there at center. Trying to get swept in. Couple whacks away at it. Here comes Ford coming into the zone. It's going to stay onside. Quick shot there from Cliff that didn't make it through. Ford trying for his backhand. That didn't make it through either. Toros doing a good work in front of Parcero to block some shots here in the third period. Nolan Lee with a lead pass that got broken up. A nice defensive play by number 55 to hold the line for Central Ontario. Goes in behind the net. There's a scrimmage for that loose puck. Toros pick it up. And off to the races was Mitchell as he tried to get away. Couldn't do it. As he gets swept in behind the net. Going to get picked up in behind the goal there by Nolan Lee as he goes for a pass for Rohrbeck. Broken up there by the Toros. Gonna try and fire it away. That was Cliff. He couldn't get away. Pithy tried to get it out. Riley Brandt with a nice lead pass up there for Baker. Adam Baker trying to show his speed and get up into the zone. Gets taken down and from behind the goal. 3:05 left to go here in the third period. An 8-2 lead in favor of the Novice AAA Toros. Captain at the line there from Brandt. That shot didn't make it through to the net as Schlitt tried to shoot it. That's going to roll in easily as Baker was right on the doorstep trying to flip it in. And he was right there to try and bury that loose puck. He just fired it wide of the net as he had visions of his 2-goal game. Just fired it off the mark a little bit. Captain at the line though. Quick shot. Tried to get tipped out in front there from Pithy. It goes in behind the net. Baker's going to be on the loose puck. Throw it out in front as he tried to find Pithy on the one-timer and couldn't do it as Pithy got taken down. Riley Brandt gets the opportunity to shoot it, and that one just goes wide as he was aiming for the top shelf again. Brandt is showing he's got a hard shot as well from the defensive line. That one's going to get blocked. Rebound out in front. Pithy trying to bang away at it, and Horsley somehow finds it in that scrum and holds it for a face-off. Ethan Jackman will take the draw off to the right of the Central Ontario end. Win it, back to the line there for McCaslin, who couldn't shoot it. Rolls in behind the goal. Mitchell trying to poke on that loose puck and couldn't do it. Tapped in at the line. Nice play there from McCaslin, who tried to shoot it. Couldn't make it through a screen though. And then Pickle trying to poke it up there into the end. Now Pickle's going to win that race over there in the corner. Then the Pickle tried to throw it at her front. That hit something in the front of the goal and went wide. Now gets picked up by Central Ontario. Fired all the way down the length of the ice. And that'll go for an icing call with 1:19 left to go in the game. Our dog will take the offensive draw. What a huge game for him. This one he's going to try and pick up again. Couldn't do it. He gets swept over to the other side. I believe our dog has 4 goals in the game, and 2 belong to Jackman as well. 1 belongs to Baker, and I believe the other one is going to go to either Slit or Mitchell. That's a big hit there over there at the penalty box area. Fired over to the other side for Bishop. We're in the last minute of play of the game. The Toros are just going to cruise to another victory here in exhibition play. And again, you get knocked down at center. Shipped back into the end. Going to take it back in behind his own net. Kill some time in behind the goal. Again, the Toros have reached the 8-goal mark. As mentioned, they knocked off Central Ontario in their first exhibition game 8-1. This one they're going to win 8-2, I believe. As there's 3 seconds left and Central Ontario just take it at center. And the Toros will go into the tournament at the start of the year with a perfect record in exhibition play, winning both games over Central Ontario in convincing style. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman. Nothing early in favor of Central Ontario. Shaw made a great first save, but the rebound went right in front of the net to get poked in, and it's 1-0. Our dog on the rebound. He wrapped it around and put it past Barber in the Central Ontario net, and just like that, we are tied at 1. Get by Thibodeau, but our dog gets the rebound. Our dog goes for number 2 and he scores! Back-to-back goals for Keaton, our dog. Has the Toros up 2-1. The Toros back to full strength. Our dog looking for the hat trick here in the first period. Scores! That went onto the Frenchman out of front. A bad break there for Central Ontario. And it's a hat trick for our dog by Jackson. Ethan Jackson now reaches the zone. Takes a shot and scores! Ethan Jackson goes top shelf. We've seen that before. He did that exactly in the first game as well. And that'll add to the lead to the Toros at 4-1. Per year in Ottawa for a tournament. Here comes our dog on his own. Takes River run Horsley and scores. Caden Nardog picks up his 4th of the game as he makes a nice River run Horsley to the backhand and with the finishing touch makes it 5-1. Playing trying to dig on it as well to get it out of the zone. 40-50 trying to spin away from the check. On his own, Baker checks for backhand, and it makes it through into the legs of Horsley as Adam Baker hits the score sheet. It makes it 6-1 in favor of the Toros. It's going to be him against Horsley with a shot, and as Horsley stood his ground, but there's a rebound on the front that's going to get poked in, and I believe we're going to get that. I just stayed at the line and stay on side backhand. Ethan Jackman backhand scores at the side of the net. His second of the game, and Soft gets won by the Toros. Trying to play it out and put it. Here comes the opportunity for Hendricks on the backhand, and he scores. Hendricks has cut into the lead to make it 8-2 with a nice little backhand at the start of the year with a perfect record in exhibition play, winning both games over Central Ontario in convincing style. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman. It is